The story begins in a harsh world where demi-humans are enslaved and oppressed, and Banaza stands out for his rare kindness. He treats them with compassion, earning scorn from humans, and warnings from demi-humans that his idealism could get him killed. Still, he clings to his dream of a peaceful world. Suddenly, Banaza is summoned to the magical kingdom of Clyrode as a hero candidate. But it's no fairy tale. It's a war zone. The kingdom's otherworldly summoning drags people into endless battles against the Dark Army. Banaza has no divine blessings, no flashy stats, just himself. Another candidate with godlike stats overshadows him. The king forbids his return and drops him in the dangerous Delaveza forest, warning that the Dark Army roams there. Alone, Banaza faces deadly slimes and discovers a strange leveling system, unlocking a vast array of magic spells. Even when experimenting, his purification spell explodes in raw power, leveling him rapidly. Banned from town for his overpowered abilities, he rebrands himself as Fleo and joins an adventurers guild. Conflict escalates when Royal Knight Balarosa doubts his powers, and a demon named Fenre spreads deadly militium. Immune, Fleo teleports everyone to safety. Determined to master his magic, he vows to turn his exile into triumph, proving he's no useless loser. This ordinary man now becomes an unstoppable force in a world that underestimated him. Fenris charges like a wild beast, claws flashing, but Fleo vanishes with instant transmission, reappearing behind her. She strikes again, but his earth wall blocks her attack. He blasts her with wind magic, tossing her into the air, then pins her with a gravity spell. Exhausted and out of mana, she collapses, begging for death, but Fleo spares her, insisting victory isn't about killing. Fenris shifts to human form, vulnerable and exhausted. Fleo drapes his cloak over her, asking for a promise not to harm humans needlessly. She falls asleep, drained, and he sets up camp. When she wakes, Fenris thanks him and declares herself his slave, which he refuses, offering instead to let her stay freely. They bond as Fleo shares his exile and struggles, and Fenris pledges loyalty, hugging him tightly. The next day, Fleo and Fenris pose as husband and wife in the city, registering her at the Adventurers Guild. Monsters threaten the city. They teleport to a guild base and save the girls Fleo had protected before. Fenris dominates, Fleo supports, and they tame a monster into a pet. Balarosa, Archer, and the Witch arrive, seeking Fleo's training to become capable fighters. Fenris, jealous, is reassured she's his wife, and the group prepares for intensive training together. The next morning, Fleo wakes to find Rice sitting by his bed, grinning mischievously. She reminds him of her insistence to sleep together like a married couple. Flustered, he sets boundaries, separate beds, like his divorced parents. As he changes, Balarosa bursts in, misinterprets the scene, and bolts red-faced. During training, Balarosa's distraction causes chaos. The boar demon charges, Muscle Mommy flails, the witch barely blocks attacks, and the archer's arrows bounce off. Fleo and Rice watch calmly, sipping drinks. Later, Fleo sets up beds while Rice leaves raw boar meat, prompting him to rope Balarosa into cooking. They prepare a meal, impressing Rice and earning grudging admiration for her first proper feast. Fleo and Rice head to the capital to sell boar demons. Whispers follow, but they downplay their strength. A royal messenger offers Fleo a knighthood. He declines. By sunset, Rice appears with singed hair, admitting a cooking mishap. Life stabilizes. Fleo checks on Muscle Mommy, helps the witch with mana, and manages Rice's teasing of Balarosa. Rice improves her cooking, watched closely by Fleo. A spy, Uliminus, investigates and is confronted. Fleo remains calm, revealing he purified the northern forest, killing demons, including her brother, while Rice reassures him. Uliminus challenges them. Fleo crushes her magic, pins her, and tosses her from the forest. The next day, she returns with a dragon army. Fleo unleashes a lightning storm, frying most dragons, leaving Uliminus defeated. Muscle Mommy slays a dragon with Fleo's help, earning the title Dragon Slayer. The girls ask for more, but Fleo confirms the threat is gone. The Demon King, witnessing the chaos, decides to confront Fleo and Rice personally. The next day, the girls were still hyped over the Dragon Slayer incident. The witch dragged out the hoe Fleo used, treating it like a legendary weapon. Balarosa, tired of being a bench warmer, stormed into the forest to hunt monsters. The girls cheered, but they knew her strength hadn't improved much despite her daily effort. While ranting about lost noble prestige, a strange guy appeared, asking about someone's wife. Balarosa, suspicious, barely let him pass, and when Fleo arrived, he calmly revealed it might be the Demon King, leaving Balarosa panicking. The next morning, Rice opened the door to the Demon Lord, who acted casual. Fleo stayed calm, poured tea, and refused the offer to join the demon army. The Demon Lord explained the centuries-old war with humans, warned of consequences if demons were attacked, but left impressed with Fleo's stubbornness. Balarosa fainted from fear. Days later, she panicked at the Demon King dining with Fleo and Rice, constantly fleeing. Meanwhile, the Human King, furious about Fleo cozying up to demons, ordered his army to destroy Fleo's home. The princess warned him pushing Fleo could drive him to the Demon Lord. A blonde hero arrived, demanding Fleo join the humans or be branded a traitor. Fleo refused, staying neutral while the girls supported him. Balarosa admitted meeting demons changed her view, but the hero remained unswayed. Tired of threats, Fleo teleported his house, fields, and party to a new location, leaving the army dumbfounded. The Demon King, furious, ordered his forces to attack the kingdom. Fleo and the girls landed safely, amazed their fields survived. Rice announced a celebratory feast as war loomed. The king learned the demon army was advancing through the northern forests, panic spreading through his court. The minister reported the hero had fled in fear of the Demon King, so the king ordered a massive purification spell to wipe out the demons in the forest. Meanwhile, Ulliminus warned the Demon King, who ordered his troops to retreat to protect their forces. In the palace, mages poured all their energy into the spell, covering the kingdom in a massive magic circle that trembled with raw power. Back at the cottage, Fleo returned from town, disappointed by failed business leads, but planning armor production next. Muscle Mommy volunteered to help, and the archer proposed horse breeding, which Fleo supported, promising a huge stable. Balarosa and the wizard felt useless, but Fleo encouraged them to focus on combat training. The princess, realizing the kingdom's mages were exhausted, took command and stripped the hero of his title for cowardice. Meanwhile, Fleo and Rice spent the day together in town, eating street food and enjoying each other's company. Fleo bought Rice a blue brooch, making her ecstatic. Elsewhere, the disgraced hero raided the treasury, following a mysterious voice that led him to a sword and a jinn named Hia, who promised to grant any wish. Back in the kingdom, the oracle advised the princess to seek Fleo's help against the Demon King. Fleo sold a dragon shield and set up trade, but Hia appeared, revealing the hero's first wish had been to kill Fleo to regain his title. She attacked, but Rice jumped in, taking the hit and collapsing. Fleo's defenses shielded him from the jinn's explosive magic, but Rice was gravely wounded. Furious and desperate, Fleo vowed to destroy Hia and avenge the one he loved, ready to unleash his full power. Fleo, fueled by Rice's unwavering support, silently vows vengeance against Hia. Using time reversal magic, he instantly undoes Rice's injuries, shocking everyone with a feat no mere human should manage. Enraged, he attacks Hia, who boasts mastery over all magic, but Fleo overwhelms her with his infinite skills, proving she is no match. As Hia bleeds and begs for mercy, Rice intervenes, reminding Fleo of the compassion that defines him. Slowly, he calms, embracing Rice amid thick, unspoken emotions. Meanwhile, the princess struggles with the disappearance of the Callers of Sacrifice, unsure if the spirit's wish has been fulfilled. Back at the castle, Dominus manipulates the hero into a monstrous form, plotting revenge while observing a freshly used teleportation circle. Fleo wakes to Rice's plea to spare Hia, finding her healed yet terrified. Using projection magic, they seal her away mentally, but Rice insists on binding her as Fleo's servant. Reluctantly, he agrees, making her compliance the condition for forgiveness. Haya acknowledges Fleo's supreme power, including epiphany magic, while Fleo chooses repair magic to restore the ruined town, rather than continue destruction. Surprisingly, Haya accepts her new role, and Balarosa reassures the group that her presence is manageable. That night, Fleo and Rice reflect on their powers and the uncertain future. Grateful, Balarosa thanks Fleo, while Rice asks about returning to his old world. He promises never to leave her and proposes marriage, admitting his fear of losing her. Overwhelmed, Rice agrees, sealing their love with a passionate kiss. Haya calmly observes as Fleo's servant, initially angering Rice, but Fleo reassures her that no harm is intended. Peace settles over the group, marking a new chapter in their lives, bound by trust, loyalty, and newfound strength. A few days pass, and the princess continues searching for the fallen hero, Fleo, roaming the village for clues, but finding nothing. Meanwhile, Haya settles into the cottage and prepares breakfast. Everyone is surprised she can cook, but she explains she can make food appear with magic. Rice warns her not to use magic if she wants Fleo to eat it, so Haya prepares the meal by hand, claiming she enjoys it and offering to cook daily. Rice assigns her cleaning duties instead, which Haya eagerly accepts, making everyone realize they might become unnecessary. After breakfast, Muscle Mommy heads to the field to plow, aided by the rabbit, who transforms into a monster to dig the earth, while the redhead archer tends the horses, enjoying their playful affection. Suddenly, a dark cloud forms, summoning a giant monster and the witch, Damalinas. Panic erupts, with the princess trapped, and only one knight defending her. Haya intervenes, effortlessly blocking attacks, destroying the monster, and swallowing Damalinas' spirit. After the chaos, the Princess Liz, pleads with Fleo to take the hero's place, explaining the kingdom needs someone strong. Fleo, unbothered, insists the kingdom needs someone who will truly fight, not a coward. Back at the cottage, the girls plan to buy land and expand their property, and Fleo agrees. That evening, as the sun sets, Fleo presents Rice with a rare gemstone ring, placing it on her finger as a wedding ring. Overjoyed, Rice hugs him tightly, ready for the adventures ahead. A couple of days pass, and one night Balarosa has a nightmare. She wakes up on an altar, dressed in black, surrounded by darkness. Uliminas appears, welcoming her to the castle, and explains she is the bride-to-be. Before she can process it, the demon lord steps from the shadows, dressed as a groom, professing love and calling her lucky to marry him. Uliminas announces Gol plans to conquer the world as a wedding gift, making him king and her queen. Balarosa protests, but the demon lord insists, trying to kiss her. She wakes drenched in sweat, realizing she liked the dream, though the other girls tell her to be quiet and sleep. The next morning, Balarosa moves slowly, preparing breakfast with Rice, admitting she is sleep-deprived. Rice suggests that demon wolves dream of the one they love, even if unknown, making the nightmares seem real. Embarrassed and red-faced, Balarosa denies it, but the other girls tease her relentlessly, guessing it must be the Demon King. Balarosa insists he only visits Fleo, and is probably plotting against her. Muscle Mommy jokingly suggests stealing the Demon King's heart to live alongside him like Rice and Fleo. Jinn asks Rice about her feelings for Fleo. She explains he is kind yet strong, which made her fall in love. Fleo overhears and blushes with Rice while the party goes about their business. Meanwhile, the princess realizes that the gold Fleo gave for the city's reconstruction identifies him as the first summoned hero, discarded for low stats. Guards report the disgraced hero escaped, prompting a search, while Fleo and Haya hide in the bushes. Haya complains, calling them fugitives after Fleo took treasure from the royal treasury. The treasure turns out to be a magical shovel capable of digging holes instantly. At the Demon King's castle, Uliminas urges invading the kingdom, while Gull insists on finding Fleo, the only one who can use purification magic. A woman reports to Uigard, who angrily declares it's time for a new king. Fleo and Rice visit the market, saddened by war-torn villages, but admiring human resilience. Balarosa joins them to celebrate her adventurer's guild rank. Hia senses a powerful demon nearby. Gull himself arrives, making Balarosa uneasy. He explains that humans and demons cannot coexist easily due to dark mana, bloodlust, and pollution, though higher-ranked demons can control it. After lunch, Gull leaves, and the group returns home at sunset. Fleo reflects on the world. Grateful demi-humans are not enslaved, but aware the war is unavoidable. Overcome with fear, he hugs Rice, confessing his love and worrying about the choices ahead. The next day, Rice cooks up some delicious meat patties, and everyone agrees they taste better than anything in a restaurant. Just as they enjoy the meal, the princess and her guards arrive, catching them off guard. Fleo, annoyed, asks why she is here, since he already turned down her offer to become a hero. She apologizes for summoning and discarding him, and reveals a secret that shocks everyone. Fleo, skeptical, leads her inside, and Balarosa eagerly serves tea. The princess asks the girls to leave, but Fleo insists Rice stays, making it clear his wife remains. The princess kneels, apologizing for the spells on his bag and for banishing him. Fleo tells her to speak to Rice instead, clarifying he is a merchant now, not a hero. Frustrated, the princess places a magical map on the table, revealing the demon army's location. She explains the castle's purification spell is weakening, the army is preparing to streak, and their mages are exhausted. She wants Fleo to help protect unguarded towns. Fleo remains silent, processing the request, while Rice glares at the princess for dragging him into war. The princess warns that the king might accuse them of siding with demons once he recovers. Fleo explains to Rice the princess's real plan. She showed troop positions to trust him, to keep information secret, and prove he isn't siding with demons. She asks again for his help. Meanwhile, Fleo and his servant hide behind bushes, moving cautiously. The girl complains about hunger and being a burden, but Fleo reassures her. Suddenly, a black spider traps them both, and a demon mommy appears, excited for experiments, terrifying them. Later, Fleo lies in bed discussing the princess's conversation with Rice. He admits he hates fighting, but cannot ignore unprotected towns, dreaming of a world where humans and demons coexist. Confident, Rice promises to help make that impossible dream a reality. The demon army attacks, scattering townspeople. A girl is left behind, but Fleo arrives riding Rice with a wolf mask. Rice knocks away a demon, while Fleo casts a protective barrier, telling the girl to run. Rice questions why he agreed to the princess's request without compensation. Fleo explains he doesn't want rumors about greed. The demons challenge them, but Fleo warns them to retreat. A giant red cyclops, serving the demon lord's brother, arrives. Rice fights, using her magic to dodge, counter, and manipulate the cyclops with gravity-enhanced attacks, eventually pinning him. Fleo restrains the minions and intimidates them with lightning, forcing a retreat. With the danger gone, he dispels the barrier. The townspeople thank Fleo, cautious of Rice, who he assures is his partner. The princess hears of Fleo's deeds and feels grateful. Meanwhile, the demon lord learns his brother Uigard staged a coup, preparing to use kidnapped humans in a ritual to seize power and challenge Gull. The next day, Fleo gets hit with a total curveball when Gull and Uliminas show up at his door. They don't knock, just waltz in like they own the place, plopping at the table casually. Fleo, half asleep, can't believe his eyes. Uliminas looks pissed, her face dark, while Gull grins like a damn cat. Out of nowhere, Gull drops a bomb. He needs a favor. Fleo's brain barely processes it. The Demon King needs a place to crash. Rice laughs, thinking it's a joke, but Uliminas glares at her, ready to tear her head off. Gol, unfazed, calmly mentions his younger brother Uigard staged a coup while he was away. Uluminous scrambles to get the Eternal Four demons to help, but they stay neutral. Then Goth Mamie shows up, claiming Gol is too soft on humans and unfit to rule. Uluminous loses it, but Gol stays cool, knowing his demons are about to flip out. Fleo sits back, overwhelmed. Uluminous tries guilt-tripping the two-headed Phoenix demon and questions the Centaur's loyalty. Both remain neutral, reasoning Gol needs to prove his strength. Inside the throne room, Ugard sits on the throne with Goth Mamie, claiming the title of Demon King. Uluminous attacks, but Ugard knocks her away. Gol shields her, and Ugard challenges him. Gol calls his brother childish and points out he always avoids shedding innocent blood, earning silence from the Eternal Four. He powers up, Ugard prepares to fight, but then Gol surprises everyone by removing the Demon King's ring and tossing it to Uigard, relinquishing his claim. Uigard, furious, attacks, but Gol swiftly throws him out of the castle, punishing him for what he did to Uluminous. Fufun chases Uigard, while the Eternal Four are stunned. Gol explains he can't stay in demon or human territory, and Fleo is his only friend. Fleo gathers the girls and tells them everything. Muscle Mamie asks about the recent Demon King army attacks. Gol denies involvement. The witch asks if he'll return for tea and breakfast, and Gol assures them they have no reason to fear him anymore. The group relaxes, though Balarosa hesitates. Rice convinces her Gol isn't the Demon King anymore. Gol moves in, but struggles to find something useful. He offers to help Muscle Mamie and the demon horses, but they refuse. At the workshop, he enjoys talking and admiring the armor. That night, around a bonfire, Balarosa stays distant. Unable to sleep, she watches the moon as Rice and Fleo offer tea and snacks. Fleo expresses happiness with their life, but Balarosa feels unfit, thinking she has nothing to offer. Fleo reassures her she doesn't have to get along with demons. Gol is staying only out of fear of Ugard. Rice comforts her, reminding her of her worth. In the Demon Lord's castle, Ugard summons the generals to address their failures. Fufun reports blocked traps and dwindling soldiers, angering him, but the Phoenix notes poor strategy and missing intelligence. The Centaur warns morale is dropping, and Fufun suggests a meet and greet to boost spirits. Meanwhile, Rice wins a hot springs lottery, but learns it's a family voucher. Fleo and Rice bring everyone along, frustrating Rice, who wanted privacy. Fleo sees it as a chance to introduce Gol and Uluminous. The girls discuss the 7 hot springs, each with unique properties. Hearing fertility, Rice imagines naming her future child, and drags Fleo ahead. At the inn, staff greet them warmly and provide robes. Rice secretly asks about the fertility spring, and gets a map. Muscle Mamie accidentally bumps into a furious Uigard, but Fufun calms him, reminding him the trip is for morale. The generals, disguised, wear necklaces to suppress poisonous gas. Gol wants to greet the army, but Rice hides them, determined not to ruin her trip with Fleo. Everyone settles into rooms. Rice pulls Fleo aside for privacy, planning to visit the fertility spring. Haya tries to join, but Rice silences her. Haya retreats into her psyche, confronting Damolinus and learning lessons about consent. Rice and Fleo reach the fertility spring and chat through the partition. Fleo suggests a private trip, calling it a honeymoon. Delighted, Rice teases him, making him bolt. Archer sneaks off for pleasure, but encounters Haya, who locks her in a room. Elsewhere, the girls enjoy food while Balarosa keeps an eye on Gol. Gol relaxes, compliments Balarosa, and Uluminous looks jealous. Uigard and officers eat nearby. Fufun dances to lighten the mood, but gets punched. 2 demons fight releases poisonous gas. The former hero and his servant arrive, exhausted, and the gas reacts with a gemstone, causing an explosion. The hero absorbs the gas, transforming into a massive demonic monster. Balarosa asks Uluminous if Gol should be Demon Lord again. She agrees. Before she can answer if she loves him, a giant monster attacks. Fleo stops falling boulders, while Rice rushes out undressed. Gol explains Uigard caused the poisonous gas, and teleports Fleo, Rice, and Balarosa closer. He calls himself ordinary, just protecting his vacation. Wiegard confronts Gol, shattering his necklace and absorbing gas to grow stronger. The girls watch from below, eyes wide, trying to make sense of the chaos. Balarosa explained that Wiegard had taken control of the Milicium, trying to land a punch on Ghoul while also controlling the hero. Gol dodged every hit effortlessly. Balarosa dashed to Fu to report Wiegard's stunt, but since Gol was handling it, Fu focused on protecting the building. Gol gritted his teeth, grumbling about Wark's control over the Milicium, but kept dodging Wiegard's attacks. Inside the gem, the hero struggled like a puppet. Rice, fed up, teleports in and punches the hero, cracking the gem. Tsuya falls, but Gol catches her, keeping humans safe. He orders Wiegard back, but Wiegard snarls that demons do what they want. Gol continues dodging effortlessly and reflects an attack back, forcing Wiegard to go all out. Wiegard smashes Gol's head, thinking he's won, but Gol grabs him and drains his power, shutting down his Misum. Wiegard stares, confused and powerless. The hot spring owner intervenes, talismans glowing, employees blasting light beams, restraining Wiegard and the other demons. She demands they leave, ensuring the hot spring is safe. Meanwhile, Rice continues attacking the hero, extracting the Iam from his body. Fleo uses time magic to repair the building, and the crew helps restore everything. The hero attempts to flee with his shovel, but crashes into the hot spring. With the danger gone, everyone breathes and returns to relaxing. Fleo and Gol talk, with Fleo admiring Gol's use of power to maintain peace, not for himself. They discuss the challenge of achieving peace between humans and demons. Fleo realizes trusting friends is key, and Gol promises his support. They all have dinner. Rice gets an energizing dish, Uliminas enjoys the fish, and Balarosa thanks Gol for protecting them. By night's end, Fleo and Rice have private time. Fleo asks how she views humans. Rice admits she no longer sees them as enemies, and has even grown to like them. She promises to follow him and help protect towns, reminding him she is his wife and wants a safe world for their children. The next day, Rice is in high spirits, the girls notice, and Hia sulks for missing it. Everyone resumes their chores, and Gol reflects on coming alone to the world, but finding friends and meeting Rice, grateful for being summoned.